It is March 2nd, 2019, and I just had my first sort of adventure for this month. We just went and saw Kevin James, the King of Queens himself, performing at the Vermont Comedy Club. It was a last-minute show, and tickets sold out in 15 minutes, and it was one of those things where the opportunity knocked, and I was like, I just gotta do it. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a huge fan of Kevin James, but, you know, it's a big name to play a comedy club in the state of Vermont. I figured, why not? I unfortunately don't have any footage for it because, you know, they're very strict about taking pictures and any sort of recordings during a comedy show. So, you know, I respected the rules. I did not want to be thrown out for violating them. But needless to say, Kevin James, even though he was trying out new work, like new comedy, I guess he has a new special out on Netflix right now. He just trying new work that just put it in front of an audience. And I guess his other reason for it is his family is all skiing and he hates skiing, so came to do a comedy show instead. Funny guy. It was just, you know, a lot of observational humor. Very surprisingly PG stuff. Again, I didn't exactly know what to expect. I didn't even know Kevin James did stand up. But I guess everyone has to start somewhere. We were in the second row. You'll see the one picture that I took before the show started just to show how close I was to the stage and to brag to everyone on social media that I was there. But it was awesome. It was hilarious. Always a good time at the Vermont Comedy Club. I don't go to enough comedy. I really don't. Rickshaw Tom and I went to Brian Posehn last month, and I didn't get anything from that either, unfortunately. In any case, it's only the 2nd of March, and I've already gone to a pretty awesome comedy show. So I think things are shaping up so far to be a pretty kick-ass month of March. There's some bigger things coming down the pipeline, but you'll have to wait and see. Now there's only one orientation that will go.
I think that is it.
So once the teeth are lined up, you're going to push straight down on it, equally on both sides, and those fingers that are on either side are going to pop up while you do and walk around it.
Up.
Yep. So just push down on the ram. Harder.
Woo!
And now your ram's in place.
Hee-hee!
And that other bank there, you can get another identical stick in there to double what you've got, because you're probably going to want 16 gigs at some point.
Well, we'll start small and build off of that.
Exactly.
Alright, does this connect to it? This looks like something that might connect to it, but it looks like it might go into its own spot. Let's open it up and I'll find out. Alright, so let's move these things out of the way. No more need for paste. Go away, paste. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Now that just leaves me feeling like, shit, what if I already did one too tight?
I mean, you'll feel when it gets all the way down there. You just don't crank it any more than that. It's like doing spark plugs.
God, I wish I had weird, long, alien fingers. Finglongers.
Todd, you have small, girlish hands. Reach in there and fish the ball out. Like, I had really good things happen today, and then I had some real dingers happen today as well. But you know, for once in my life, the good seems to be outweighing the bad. And I figure now that I'm talking about it is the perfect time as any to finally unveil my big adventure for this month. On Saturday, I'm getting on a plane by myself, and I'm flying to New York City. You know what's on Saturday? The St. Paddy's Day Parade. So I'm flying in first thing Saturday morning to go see like the biggest St. Paddy's Day celebration in the world. And that's going to be absolutely insane and unreal. I know this has been sort of a slow and not very eventful month so far. This is why. Because this is sort of the culmination of this entire month is revolving around this trip. That's what most of the content for the month of March is going to be. So while I'm thinking of it, what can I accomplish in the roughly 3 days that I'm going to be in New York? So we're going to try to do parade, Broadway show, music and or stand-up event, the bar where everyone sings Broadway songs to each other, some other touristy thing. I don't know. Wild card. Wild card could be anything. I guess 6 is the wild card, and our official number 5 is I want to see Captain Marvel either in IMAX or some other large format that we don't have here in Vermont. So if that's IMAX or Dolby Cinema or something, I want to see it on a massive screen. Can we do it? Let's see. Here we are. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't really sleep at all. I ended up going to bed about 2 hours ago. A lot of tossing and turning, very light dozing, but I don't think I actually slept. So my ride is here. So I'm gonna go grab my stuff and head to the airport. Made it through security. They just had to chicken stab my asshole. No, they didn't. It's very pleasant, very nice. I feel like I got here way too early, especially with the 1 hour delay on my flight. But better to be early than to be running late. Now we're boarding. Yeah. And I took off. It's a lot of responsibility. Zero.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome aboard. We look forward to taking.
I'm supposed to have a seatmate. They didn't show up, so I took their window seat. Honestly, I don't know where the hell to go or what to do now. That's part of this adventure. What I'm looking for is the bus to take me to Astoria so I can then get on the subway. So that's what we're doing. I'm riding on the bus. So I've hit my first snag. The train station that I'm supposed to get on the train at, Astoria Boulevard, is closed right now. So there's no trains running over there. So, I mean, I don't want to get back on the bus, but it might be the thing I have to do. So I'm at Starbucks right now. So I'm just going to rest for a little bit, charge my phone, because the last thing I want is to end up somewhere with a dead phone and not be able to do anything about it. Wouldn't be an adventure without a few snags. action outside the Nike store. How about you just don't do it? First time ever in Grand Central. The parade isn't over, but I am totally spent. This place looks bigger in real life than it does in the movies. Majestic as hell. Just a shower, no tub. I wouldn't have used it anyway. That's me. Exhausted me. TV's got my name on it. Mr. Eric. And the main reason I picked this specifically, I got a balcony. Nobody above me has a balcony. I'm the only one. Yes. Got a nice view of a dumpster. I mean, the main reason I wanted it was so that I can do some vlogging out here. Just the sounds and the smells of the city on my balcony on Wall Street, overlooking the World Trade Center. Oh, my feet hurt. And I have to pee real bad. So I'm gonna pee, take off my boots, and I'm gonna lie down for a few minutes and then decide what I'm gonna do, where am I gonna go. City's my oyster. Time to get shucking. All right. I have been going since approximately 12:30 yesterday afternoon. It's now 3:13 p.m. the following day, so I've been up 27 hours or so. Parade. Wow. That wind. Oh my god, that was brutal. There was just this ferocious wind tearing right down Fifth Avenue. I mean, I had a great spot where I was. Like, it was perfect for watching the parade and everything. But that wind, dude, just... I held out as long as I could. I mean, I was probably there for a good 2 hours. What I ended up doing was I walked south, and I had to go up and down other blocks because they had places blocked off, and I went all the way to the end of the parade route. I don't mean this with any disrespect. That was the most repetitive parade I have ever seen. 5 hours of just the same cycles of things. Like a police squadron, a police band, a horn and drum, not horn, like, I guess it was horn and drum, good, it was bagpipes, loop and loop and loop and loop, just all these things, all these different schools, all these different organizations, just the exact same thing. Just people walking in the street, some people playing music, some people doing gymnastics, and I guess I didn't know what to expect from this thing. Usually when you think of like big massive parades, you think of, you know, fire trucks and floats and balloons, and I guess that shows my ignorance as to what the biggest Paddy's Day parade in the world entails. And it's just lots of people walking in the street. Hey, I've experienced it. It's only 3:15. I'm so tired. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, since I have to charge my phone anyway, I'm going to plug my phone in. It'll probably take an hour or so to charge up. And when that's done, I'll see how I'm feeling, and I can do anything I want. I'm completely on my own this time. I've never come to New York by myself. And what I really mean by that is I have traveled to New York alone in the past. But I stayed with friends who have sort of sherped me through the city and, you know, shown me their New York, which was awesome. But now I'm on my own. I'm hoping to maybe meet up with some friends, but this is all on me. So it's awesome and a little terrifying. I have gotten lost a few times, but I've got GPS in my pocket, so I found my way. I found my way to my hotel. So I found my way from LaGuardia to Fifth Avenue, and found my way from Fifth Avenue to Wall Street, to the World Trade Center, and to my hotel. So I must be doing something right. 'Cause it's something everybody does. I'm in the hotel, here's the drawer. Oh, look, there's the Bible. There's part 3 of the Bible, Return of the Jedi, ooh, Revenge of the Sith, ooh, Star Wars Episode 9 currently untitled, ooh, Yoda's Bar Mitzvah, ooh. Getting one up, Gideons. Gotta keep your eye on them Mormons. I should know. I used to be one. It's nighttime. I had to take a nap. I had to take a nap for about 3 hours. And then I went, I went nowhere. I did a bit of a video chat with my mom just to show her the hotel room and the balcony and my view of the dumpster. But it's a little after 8 o'clock now. I'm quite a bit peckish. There's a lot of restaurants around here, but there's one that kind of stuck out to me. It says it's one that the locals go to, and as opposed to a lot of the other pubs and whatnot that are absolutely swamped right now because it's Paddy's Day, this one may not be. So, and the menu looks good. So I'm going to head on over to that, and who knows, maybe we'll venture uptown a bit, take a look around. It's Saturday night, we're in New York. We gotta do something.
Checking out the Malt House in the financial district. They have Jameson glazed wings. I think I might have to do that.
Chard. I don't know, broccoli or what. Can't really tell in this light. But this is the star of the plate. Broccoli or maybe cauliflower. I think it's broccoli. With the edamame. Brilliant. When I was a kid, you may not know this, there was a few years where I was extremely fascinated and interested in the culinary arts. I really wanted to go to cooking school. I wanted to be a chef. This was before the days of Food Network being everywhere and celebrity chefs and all that. Anyway, I only mention that because I got talked out of it. Because, oh, your uncle did that and he didn't like it. Ergo, you shouldn't do it. That was pretty much the excuse I was given. Relatives in a position of authority. Oh, you shouldn't do this. That's not a viable thing to pursue. You don't want to throw your life away chasing a dream that's never going to come true. So I didn't. I'm realizing as I ate this meal tonight, while I love to cook and I loved food, I never really took the chance to eat the types of food that I used to see these people cook. I understood it, but I never experienced it. And this really was one of those aha moments. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to turn around and be a chef or anything, but that plate of tuna and edamame and broccoli reminded me of that creative passion that I had for food when I was an adolescent. And it's something that I lost. I still do like to cook, but I don't necessarily like to cook for myself. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's pretty. But having this rather expensive, I'm not gonna lie, solo dinner adventure here in New York. Place I've never been, restaurant I've never been to, and just doing it on my own was just wonderful. I couldn't have imagined finding food like that, just in general. And I did, and I found it on my own. Regardless of anything else in my life, no matter what else is going on, it's something that can spark joy in me. So I'd be a fool not to pursue it.
All right, well, we're going to call that the end of day one. It's a little after midnight now, so it's technically Sunday morning, and technically it's St. Paddy's Day now. So happy St. Paddy's Day, everyone. Tomorrow, we don't have any real specific plans. I have a couple of things I'd like to do, so we're going to play it by ear, which is really the whole point of this trip, is to just go into it and let the day take you where it may. I'm exhausted, very exhausted. So I'm going to get ready for bed. It's midnight now, so I'm hoping I should get up at a decent hour to be able to really tackle Sunday, my one and only real full day here in New York. So we're going to try to make the most of it.
Here we are, it's day 2. I have no idea how well you can hear me, but got my breakfast monster here ready to go. And it's a chilly one this morning. It's 11 o'clock right now, and it's still like 38 degrees. That's why I've got my coat on. Still not quite sure what I'm going to do today, but I do know I want to get out there and see what I can make of it. I'm not wearing shoes right now, and this floor is so cold. We are on the same block as the World Trade Center complex. So what I tried to do last night and got kind of weirded out is I want to walk around the block and just take a look at the buildings and walk through the memorial and all those things that I've wanted to do the last couple of times I come to New York, but I never have because it's too touristy. So I think that's going to be the first thing because it's the closest by and it would make the most sense. But from there, sky's the limit.
Escape it. Just did Kong on Broadway, King Kong the musical, for a last-minute decision. That is one I'm very glad that I made. The spectacle and technical achievements that I just watched over the last 2 hours is ridiculous. Like, the use of hydraulics, the puppetry work. The biggest thing for me, they transformed the stage using a hydraulic rake system. They turned the stage into a steamer ship that went up and down with the waves on the LED board that wrapped the stage. It was literally like watching a ship. Unreal. And just the incredible puppetry work that they did on Kong. I mean, yeah, it was clear you were watching a puppet. But wow, the personality and realism that they put into that. You gotta see it. You gotta come see it. But I can't remember the last time that I've sat in the audience for a show and just something technical happened and the scene changed and I just was literally slack-jawed. Like, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. So, it was good. It was really good. All right. Where do you go from here? Time to meet up with a friend.
How did you find me? It's so good to see you.
See you.
How did you like Kong?
It was technically and spectacly amazing.
Yes, that is the correct assertion. Here we are. Another gorgeous view of the George Washington Bridge. Right?
I'm on a roof. You can probably tell. It's the George Washington Bridge. Ah! Oh, there's more to see at this corner. Wind is still nuts. More in Washington Heights. Not sure exactly where, but at this point it don't matter. This is awesome. It's good to have friends. I started at like 10 p.m. up in Washington Heights, and then I don't know what the fuck I did. I got on the right train, but next thing I knew, I must have been distracted or something. I ended up in fucking Brooklyn, like way the hell down there, like just as far in the opposite direction of where I'm trying to go than I was when I started. It's 12:30. I've had to pee this whole time. I'm stressed out. I haven't eaten dinner yet. This is just a good shit show. And my phone is less than 20%. So I need to find where I'm going before that dies, or I am absolutely up the creek. 100%. Here's hoping.
awful. Did I say it was awful? It was awful. Oh, that was 3 hours of my life I'm not getting back. One of the first things I did this morning was I went to a CVS to just pick up some Advil and some Blistex and stuff because of all the wind and everything. And where I came up from that last subway train was right in front of that CVS, which was right down the street from the World Trade Center. So I finally knew exactly where I was and how to get back. And I've been in that area so much the last couple of days that I didn't need to use the GPS or anything. So that was day 2. Getting up and checking out the memorial site for the 9/11 attacks and just walking the grounds and everything. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, but all the times I've come to New York, I never have. The thing that really struck me about the site in general was the amount of people that were there, like, on dates, kissing and joking, and there was someone there taking wedding photos. Oh, okay, it doesn't seem appropriate from my perspective, but hey, who am I to yuck their yum, I guess. After that, I made my way up to where the hell did I go? The Broadway Theater. I bought last-minute tickets to see King Kong the musical. Wow, that is something that has to be seen to be believed. And then from there, I met up with an old friend of mine who I haven't seen in years, who lives here in the city, and I went and hung out with her and her boyfriend up in Washington Heights for a while. It's 2:30 now. I'm pretty tired. So we got to get up early. Our checkout is 11. I got to pack my bag and everything because I've got nowhere to leave it. I got to carry it through the city with me today. My flight is tomorrow night. We fly out at 10. I'm going to give myself plenty of time to get there. Plans for tomorrow, I have tickets to see Captain Marvel in Dolby Cinema. We don't have a large format theater like an IMAX or anything in Vermont. The closest thing we have is what's called the T-Rex at the Essex Cinemas, which is a pretty big screen, but it's stadium seating, and and the seats are pushed way far back from the screen, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You got a big screen, but all the seats are like here and back here. Like, and they built a stage there and they now do events in there, but there's just all this wasted space up front when, I don't know, I think you should be closer so that the screen is, more in your immediate field of vision as opposed to like, it's big, but it's really far away. That doesn't make any sense to me. I got off track there. So that's going to be fun. And I'm hoping to meet up with another friend of mine who I haven't seen in 3-4 years. And beyond that, I'm just going to wander a bit, just do a little browsing, a little walking around. Gonna take it a little easy on my last day. See you tomorrow. So it's just about checkout time here at the hotel, so I'm getting my last bit of balcony in before I depart. This weekend went by way too fast. Absolutely too fast. I know I still have a full day here in the city before I take off. My flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m. tonight, but just knowing that it's the last day and I've had my last night it's a bit bittersweet. I haven't been here in, I'd say, 4 years. At least. Now that I know it's so easy to get to, and that I can do it on my own without having one of my friends who lives here holding my hand the entire time, I know I'm going to be back. As for this being a launch pad of sort, dipping my toe into the water to branch out into further adventures, grander in scope and farther away from home, I think this really did light that fuse, because I'm so eager. I'm not even home yet, and I'm eager to get back out there and see some new things. So, as I've mentioned in the past, I do have a goal for this year of trying best I can to get to Iceland and Ireland. I do have the vacation time available to me, and with the way the new owners for my company work, it is very much use it or lose it. If you don't use it by the end of the year, it's gone. It doesn't roll over. So maybe that's been an excuse for me in the past, I don't know. But I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to travel, and I'm going to see all those places and meet all those people that I've always wanted to meet and
go and do and all of that. So I gotta finish packing up so I can check out, and we're gonna hit the city and see which day brings us. I'll take you along for the ride. Just sort of chilling out right now. It's just about 5 o'clock at the corner of East 10th Street and 2nd Ave. I'm gonna meet up with another friend and grab a drink or something and catch up and for a little while, and then after that I'm probably just gonna head to the airport. My flight is at 10 o'clock tonight, so I still got 5 hours, but I want to be there sufficiently early, especially after how I got lost last night in this neat little church. A lot of neat churches around here. Some old graveyards, too. One of the things I'll have to do when I come back here is go check out some of the old churches and walk through some of the old graveyards. I think they're really interesting. You may not. All in all, it was a good weekend.
It's not where I expected to be going. Being a blog, I figure it's, as I've always said, it's important to share. It's important to show the good and the bad of every situation. Because in life there is good and there is bad. Fortunately, this is one of the good. Today's Wednesday, March 20th, 2019. It's the first day of spring. It's a gorgeous fucking day out. A little after 2 o'clock this afternoon, I get 2 friend requests back to back from acquaintances of mine. both friends with the same friend. The one asking me to get in contact with the other. Turns out my friend Terry, who's the hinge between those two, passed away this morning. Unexpectedly. She's truly bad. One of my best friends, especially in the last couple of years. One of those people that, as little as I'm able to talk to people, I was able to talk to. Tell pretty much anything to. It was always there for me. I had to leave work. I haven't legitimately cried in years. I say that up and down, completely honest. Not even when I was like 19, 20, my grandparents died. They were my favorite people on the planet. So I'm home now. Responding to all the messages and everything that are coming in is just... I mean, it's social media fucking deal with. I can't even imagine what her family, what her 5 kids are going through. Like, they're all kids. Like, it does not seem real. Especially on a day like today. She loved the sun. She loves summer. I posted yesterday about how she couldn't wait for summer to get here. I mean, this last weekend, I took a solo trip to New York just to prove myself that I could travel on my own. I talked about, my flight and everything and what I was doing there and how cool it was. And then I make a post when I get back saying how my trip wasn't long enough and how it ended too soon. And she responded, "We'll be back in 3 months." I've lost a surprising amount of friends over the years through various means, and it never gets any easier. The older you get, the more it happens. I've lost 2 people in my life that I considered a best friend from my childhood, and now one from my adulthood. The last time I saw her was last Monday. She came over to hang out, watch movies, and crash here so she could get to work the next day. But I had a staff meeting the following morning, so I had to leave earlier than usual. So when I got up in the morning, I made sure to creep around extra quiet, getting ready so I wouldn't wake her up. She didn't have to be there for another 2 hours. I made sure not to wake her up as I left, and I didn't know that was going to be the last time I'd see her, or I would have fucking woken her up. I mean, we chatted since then, but it's not the same. If you're in trouble, if you have a problem, just get help, please. Reach out and get help. Don't suffer in silence. Don't hold on to some sort of secret shame. Because this is the alternative. You may feel alone, but there's people out there that they love you, they care about you, they don't want this. Nobody wants this. We all suffer. We all struggle through the same things. We're all human. We're all trying to get through this crazy thing called life together. Life is full of all these simple everyday miracles, these wonders that should inspire us to keep moving. The little things that make you smile, that Little things that make life worthwhile, spontaneous rhymes being one of them. We never know when our number's up. Could be today. Could be tomorrow. Could be 50 years. Could be 50 minutes. Life is too fragile. Quit telling yourself that you're gonna do it. Whatever it is. Whatever your dreams may be. Chase that dream as far as it'll go, and if that dream ends, so be it. Don't feel sad because the dream ended. Feel fulfilled and content that you wandered that path, that you chased that dream, because so many of us don't. It's the people we know and the relationships that we make that truly make life worth living. As cliched as that may sound, without our friends, without our family, what are we? We're just bags of cosmic dust, flying on a bigger piece of cosmic dust, circling a piece of cosmic fire in the galactic instant that the universe has expanded and will contract back in upon itself, returning us all from whence we came. So I find comfort in that. To the best extent that I can. I'm not a spiritual man. I'm not religious. Go out for that drink. Meet up for coffee. Go to New York to see Hugh Jackman at Madison Square Garden. Do whatever you need to do. Alright. Talk to you later.